Okay, hello tacticians. This is bare minimum Tacticus, and today I am going to be clearing Indomitus Mirror Elite 40 for the Calgar shards. And basically, to give a brief explanation of like what this channel is going to be, is well, a lot of the content that I see out there regarding Tacticus is about, like getting all this perfect scores, the 3 badges, getting like the super high damage in guild raids, and getting like perfect scores on the LREs and HREs. But a lot of players, including myself, we're not gonna be like going straight for like perfect everythings, And one thing about like Calgar, for example, is I'll show you the shards right now. I'm at 482 right now, right? And I have been just farming the regular nodes and got up to maybe like 400, like 60 to 70. And I started just like pushing through the elites, and I could get all the way to 40. It took me like a little while to like get the hang of 40. But if I just, run 40 manually, get like a couple extra shards, then I can like reduce the unlock by a week, right? So yeah, like my team isn't strong enough to get the 3 badges, so I can't raid it. But then again, that doesn't mean like I want to miss out on it. So yeah. So basically, bare minimum is gonna be, for today's video, it's gonna be the bare minimum specs you need in order to just like clear this with 1 badge manually. So far, using my method, there's like very little room for RNG to kind of like mess up the system. I've run it about like 15 times maybe, and I failed once out of the 15 times, and even then it wasn't really. It was a little bit about RNG. Like Calgar I had to kill Calgar, but he survived with maybe like 4 health. But I also like messed up my placement, so he could have been killed, and I probably could have, gotten through that. Anyways, like the bare minimum is going to be different for like each situation. Like for example, like I'm not a free-to-play player, so I am thinking of getting like an alt account up to basically like go through like the bare minimums, like free-to-play stuff, and like unlocking content, clearing content. And anyways, yeah, sometimes it's gonna be like the bare minimum effort to clear maybe like one of these the pain in the ass quests for like an HRE, or it could be maybe like the bare minimum like upgrades you need in order to clear some certain LRE stage. So I mean that's like subject to change. I do have some content about like how to clear some of the more annoying quests for the current like Rustock or HRE. Maybe I can get to creating some content on that, but that is for a different day. Okay, enough for the intro. Oh yeah, and like of course this is a given, but if it's like bare minimum effort, then it's not gonna be like the bare minimum specs to get like 1 badge. You're gonna need like considerably better upgrade status and maybe like skill levels in order to clear something with minimum effort. Sometimes it's gonna be the minimum specifications for clearing with 3 badges. Sometimes it's gonna be just like clearing with 1 badge just so you can get like an unlock or farm maybe like a node. For example, like I've been farming Indomitus Mirror Elite 22 for the Runes of Fate, the legendary mats for the Eldars. And I've been manually farming the runes for about maybe like about a month. And the reason I did that was I wanted to upgrade my Alderon like as fast as possible as soon as I hit legendary. And I actually got from S3 to D1 in maybe like 4 days because I farmed like all the runes like ahead of time. I didn't farm enough for like D2. Another thing is like I didn't have my Octarius Mirror unlocked, and in order to get the Runes of Fate, it's Octarius Mirror 74 or something. So yeah, there's like no way I was going to get there. Then again, like I didn't invest enough in my Necrons at that time to get 3 badges. I do have 3 badges now, but I mean the Necrons are pretty expensive to upgrade, and I was focusing on getting ready for the Aonshi LRE. I only had 1 shot at the Aonshi because I started after the 2nd LRE, and yeah, I actually got to unlock, and I actually got Aonshi like I just barely got him to 4 stars, but I was like really happy with that. Anyways, I'll show you the specs for my Necrons. But this is like close to the minimum, like a Makhotep and Imospekh. Maybe they can be like a little lower. We're only going for 1 badge here, and they're not really what's holding me back. Yeah, so yeah, Mako is silver 2, 20 on the passive. And honestly, like the active level doesn't really matter too much. This is my Imospekh, silver 1, 14, 17 for the skills. My Aleph-null is basically, yeah, this is the minimum specs in my opinion, because the way I clear it, yeah, like I've actually gotten his health down to below 100 out of the 4700. So he got really close to getting killed. He never actually died once I got in the correct positioning. But anyways, yeah. Level 44 Scarabs. This probably could be like a little lower. I mean, they're not making like a huge difference. But the house and armor. This is basically, yeah, the minimum I see. Yeah. Passive, it's not gonna matter too much here, like the way I'm like doing it. So basically, you want somewhere around the ballpark of like 4,700 health or more, and about at least like 1,450 armor. That probably might not cut it. Like if my armor was any lower, like I probably couldn't make it. So this is, I'd say, the bare minimum. Okay, Sutmos is just gonna take 1 hit and die. Anufet 17 on the active. Then again, like the Necron warriors, they don't really do much. So these are my Necrons. Okay, and I'll go through like the basics on like what you have to do in order to clear it. And okay, let's start this. Okay, so before I deploy the troops, I'm going to give a brief overview of what's going to happen. So we're going to take out this Eliminator first. And he's squishy, but he hits hard, so that's going to happen in turn 2. Then the next step is taking out Calgar, and there's a specific way I kind of do this. So far, I haven't had any kind of like anomalies really on killing him. So I'll show you exactly like what steps I take. After that, we're gonna head to one of the corners right here, the corner hexes. It could be the top left or the top right. And I mean, there is I guess like 1 or 2 things that you have to keep in mind before trying to head up there. Okay, that being said, this is going to be the placement. Yeah. Okay, so Imo, Mako, Aleph-null, Sutmos, and then Anufet. And this initial placement isn't too important. You just have to make sure you get the placements right at the end of turn 1. Okay, let's go. So first thing you do is we're gonna get Aleph-null up here on the high ground in this corner. And then we're gonna place Mako right beneath him. And yeah, we're gonna put Sutmos over here next to Anufet. I mean, these two can be like kind of interchangeable. It doesn't matter too much, but I prefer putting Sutmos over here. I mean, my Sutmos is super squishy and weak, so it doesn't really matter too much. The most important part is Aleph-null and Mako, and there's a reason I put them there, and we're gonna see in the next turn. Okay, yeah, so placing Aleph-null right here above Mako, adjacent to Mako, gives the extra movement to move into the middle hex over here. Here we can pop our scarabs on the eliminator and kill him off. So this is important because Mako can now move in and use his active on both scarabs. Okay, we're gonna move Inospekh over here and summon his Necron warriors. Hopefully we're gonna get one next to Mako, but yeah, it's like not too important. Then I like to move Submos over here, pop the direct damage. It's still like 100 damage regardless of the armor. It's better than nothing. I move Imo up here to high ground. I just pop like you can pop his active just like attack, and it doesn't matter too much. And, oh, nice. So we got both Necron warriors next to Mako, and then hopefully we're gonna get at least one scarab split. It's okay even if it doesn't happen. It just makes it a little bit easier. Okay, no split over here. Okay, we got one split. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's interesting. Because normally Calgar comes up right into the hex right above Aleph-null to attack him. To attack actually the scarabs. Okay, this actually is not ideal. I've never seen this happen, but oof. Okay, the reason this isn't ideal is because I can't use the trick I used to basically kill off Calgar. Yeah, we definitely need to kill him off as soon as possible. Okay, so yeah, I don't get the high ground advantage over here because the scarabs are kind of like blocking off. I guess this happened because Mako, Inospekh actually summoned two Necron warriors next to Mako, right? Oh shoot. So yeah, ideally I want to kill off Calgar in like the next turn. We'll see if we can do that. So I wonder if I can lure Calgar over. Calgar is not lured, but if he stays here, we can kill him off without too much of a problem, actually. Yep. Okay, so yeah, the reason we want to kill Calgar off is kind of obvious. We look at his passive that does like all adjacent units do 418 damage per hit more, and if you look at these interceptors, yeah, like without the buff they only do 396 damage. So the buff is actually stronger than the damage they do. Okay, Mako is gonna come up and attack Calgar over here, and hopefully this is enough to kill him off. Yep, yeah. So yeah, as long as we can kill off Calgar in this turn, then we're good to go. Okay. So there was actually something that I wanted to show you guys. We can't do it this turn. Okay. But yeah. Okay, so what I want to do is, like, it doesn't really matter which corner you head to, because Aleph-null has the flying trait, so he cannot get the cover from the tall grass. But you have to make sure that you don't go here on these two hexes, because that way, like, the interceptors are gonna go up to the top hex, and then they have the added advantage. And yeah, Aleph-null at this stage cannot cope with that damage. Like, yeah, that's probably gonna kill him. So let's see what I can do here. So, like, ideally I want to get to one of these hexes. Yeah, right here or down here. And yeah, I can actually, like, the intercessors did not suppress Aleph-null, so we can move him. Yeah. Okay, in general, in most cases, like and actually like all the other times I've attempted this, what I would do a couple turns before would be I would move Mako over here when Calgar's alive. That way, Calgar, who is normally positioned in this hex, comes down onto the barbed wire, so Aleph-null can just destroy him. I'll just put in a small clip showing how that works. But yeah, I'll do it after I finish this off. Okay, so like the intercessor actually can attack this hex over here, this one. So yeah, I will move my Aleph-null over here, and then heal. So like once you get to this top hex, was this Aleph-null, you're good to go. Like yeah. So I kind of have a rule of thumb. This is going to be kind of tedious from here, but yeah. So you see my house. Rule of thumb for these stats is if you only attack when Aleph-null has over 2,700, maybe like 20 HP. It could be like a little bit less than that, like even like 2,700, like you shouldn't kill him. Like I haven't got like that close to dying. But like yeah, my rule of thumb to keep it safe is 2,720 health. So you just like keep healing up, and then if you have like enough health left over, like this is yeah, I have 3,600. I'm gonna attack the weakest interceptor here, and then oh yeah, I got lucky, it was a crit there. And from here on, it's very straightforward. So I'm going to fast forward this part. Okay, so we only have the intercessors left, right? I'll show you something that's kind of cool, and basically it's an easy way of killing them off. So yeah, they do not like to be in melee range, so you kind of have to kind of like yeah, chase them around, go into melee, and then they move. But a funny thing is that if you actually get them, yeah, if you get around here and you come into this center hex, they actually prefer being in melee range for some reason, and they don't go down, so they like stay up here. It makes it easier to, you know, like kill them all. Like this guy too, like he probably will come up. I don't know like the logic behind like what's going on here. Yep, there you go. So yeah, it makes it like a lot easier, and I mean they do like really little damage in melee because they have I think they have physical damage. Yeah, they have physical damage. So yeah, you're good to go from here. And yeah, that's how you clear Calgar. Manually, for one badge. Yeah, I wouldn't do this like every day for like a month or so. You know, I mean, it's tedious work, and like, if you do something like Indomitus Mirror Elite 22, that doesn't actually take too much time. It's the battle's a lot easier. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I'm a lot closer to unlocking Calgar. Yeah, you notice that I have a few more shards. Yeah, like I was trying to test out recording this, and then yeah, I wanted to look at like all the different options I had. So yeah, hopefully this helps you out, and yeah, I will try to bring like more content in. So it could be either like the bare minimum to get 3 badges. It could be the bare minimum specs to get just like clear it and like unlock something. For example, like was the Octarius. The first time I cleared it was a silver 2 Goldgorts, and everyone else was bronze 1 or lower. And I just wanted to get Helbret unlocked in the Rex, and I just wanted to kind of like clear it. So I only got like full badges like a bit after that, after I got Gibba to Silver 2. Anyways, if there's any other like campaigns, quests, or whatnot that you would like to see, just like let me know some way. post something in the comments. And I am thinking of getting some like HRE quests up here. It might be like too late. A lot of people probably already like went through it, but there are some like tips that I can like try out. And I'll show you in another recording a short clip on how to deal with Calgar in like the other like 15 attempts that I made. Okay, thank you for watching, and I will add like a very short clip after this. Okay, this is a clip that I was mentioning earlier, and this is most likely what's going to happen. So yeah, we want to get Calgar down to the Barbed Wire. So I'm going to move Makhotep into that hex right over there. Yeah, in this turn, I'm just going to attack Calgar with Aleph-null. And I want to move the Intercessor a little bit, so I'm going to move one hex and then attack Calgar. So what happens is Calgar wants to kill Makhotep for some reason. He only has 3 movement, right? Don't like even if you don't crit right now. I mean, because I crit, it's more logical to use Emo to finish off Calgar. But just for the sake of showing you what normally happens in case Aleph-null doesn't crit, I'll show you how it plays out afterwards. So normally, yeah, with Emo, I just attack like one of these guys. So yeah, let's see what happens after the turn. Just like with Imo, just like pop anyone who's kind of low on HP. It's gonna be an interceptor most likely. And if you're actually in this position, then yeah, definitely finish off Calgar. Because Imo's gonna die like the next turn anyways. Anyways, let's see how this plays out. Okay, yeah, you see Calgar has come down. And I want to be able to attack him from high ground. That's why I moved Aleph-null over here in order to move the Intercessor. So even if Aleph-null didn't crit earlier, you can just like move him over to that hex and finish Calgar off. Uh, like even if I've never crit on Calgar, I have no problem actually finishing him off here. So yeah, that's how you want to play it out after that. So like, I think like 14 out of 15 times that happened right now. And yeah, you can see my Aleph-null has got like really low health. So that's why I'm saying this is like the bare minimum specs for him to like survive this battle. Anyways, thank you for